former NBC anchor Katie Couric sat around a table with Epstein for cocktails and lasagna, choosing to break bread with a convicted sex offender. And they apparently talked about international politics. Of course, they did. Kinsey, what else can you tell us?
Yeah, she's also was teasing Prince Andrew at the time, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor now, about William and Catherine's wedding, asking if she could have his cell phone number so she could call him during the ceremony. I mean, to your point, I just want to remind everybody to remember that visual of Katie Couric cozied up to Jeffrey Epstein every time she lashes out and makes allegations against our president. Katie has been so hostile about Trump's relationship with Epstein when all of Epstein's victims have said Trump was nothing but kind to them and there was no inappropriate behavior. You know, Katie claimed ignorance about this event and about these people, but former Vanity Fair editor Tina Brown was astute enough to turn down the invitation. She now calls it the Predator's Ball.
Oh, wow, that's got a ring to it. I just can't believe anybody, let alone someone who's got the sort of profile Katie Couric had at the time, would accept an invitation from a pedophile. I mean, that 2008 conviction, and this dinner was in 2010, this meal, the 2008 conviction was for paying for sex with a 14-year-old. Now, in my mind, 14-year-olds can't consent. So that to me is rape. But however you want to characterise it, it was against the law. He pleaded guilty. That was 2008 and 2010. He's got all these famous people sitting around his table. Give me a break. Now, Wicked, we've talked about this film before. People have flocked to see the new Wicked movie. It was released last week. But cinema goers were shocked to see a trigger warning before the film started. Kinsey, what's that about?
Yeah. It warns the audience to prepare themselves mentally to see characters who cast magical spells on one another.
Oh,
I mean,
dear.
not only was Wicked wildly successful on Broadway, it's the sequel to a blockbuster film. Shouldn't we already be mentally prepared? And do we really need a warning? I think Harry Potter is even insulted in this scenario.
And the incessant crying from the leads continues. I saw another interview where it was actually more members of the cast. It wasn't just Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. And they were all crying again. I mean, there is something wrong about that movie or on the set. Something has happened because these people seem changed and perhaps not changed in a way that's improved their mental health.
Well, I don't like to comment on people's physical appearance, but just look at how thin both
Mm.
of the actresses have become. It's thin to a point of being concerned about it. So I think you are asking some fair questions as to what's gone on mentally over the last few years since they began filming this movie.
They're just all over each other. They're crying. Their reactions are so off. The affect is all off. Now, before you go, one of Keith Urban's fans has told TMZ that he got the inside scoop about the singer's divorce from our Nicole Kidman weeks before the rest of the world. How did Keith let it slip, Kinsey?
So yeah, Keith met his doppelganger in Canada and they joked that the only way to tell them apart was Keith's tattoos and wedding ring. And as Keith told the fan goodbye, he noted that the next time they saw each other, it might just be the tattoos, alluding to the fact that he wouldn't have his ring on. I mean, that's a dead giveaway.
Ooh. That is a giveaway, but sometimes, people take off their rings, they get them cleaned. I still think there's a lot to be told about that divorce. I have a fear that our Nicole was hard done by, and I say our Nicole because it's also our Keith, isn't it? We can't really. It's not like the Tom Cruise divorce with Nicole Kidman where we could demonise him as an American hurting our girl.